This is Josiah Plays Sunless Skies. Alright, we're back. We're at New Winchester. We've just come back to town and dealt with our business here. We're stocked up. The hull is repaired. We have a bunch of goodies in our hold. Goodies in our hold, I said, game. There we go. We've got 3 gourds of chorister nectar to take to Magdalene's, and we've got 3 jumbles of undistinguished souls to take to Fort Prosper. So we're going to go do those 2 things and then come right back. And it's time to set forth. Choo-choo. Oh, thanks for the bits, I am Kender. Wow, that's very generous. 1,000 bits. I really appreciate it. Most kind. Gotta keep you in the Diet Shasta money. Live large. Thanks a lot. Thank you. I don't need to use this homestead right now, so I'll just leave it alone. Princess, yes. What are your thoughts so far? Oh, I love it. I've played about 15 or 16 hours of it so far. In my own slow, meandering pace. And I really like it. I like it. I think it's a great improvement over Sunless Sea. The peacock wind, fruit ripens in your hold. Inappropriately delicious growths bob in your porridge. Inappropriately delicious. Whoa. The Rat Brigade consider Magdalene's for a while. Finally, it's very red! The Rat Brigade have correctly identified the color here. Alrighty then. Let's start off by going to the Bazaar. Oh, look how much this nectar is worth. 720. The amenable host gives you a warm smile.
Marvelous. A number of our staff need to speak in voices that are not their own, and chorister nectar works wonders upon the vocal cords. Why don't you stay a while? Enjoy the facilities.
Oh, and I got a gossip. That's great. And some XPs. Do I want to buy some cheap hours? I've honestly got a bunch of hours already. Actually, I don't. I used up all the hours I had. I will buy some cheap hours while I'm here. And anything we can do here while we're here? Let's check out the Keepsake Market. The last time I purchased an old journal, it was deeply not worth it. I don't need to do this. I don't need any crew. I guess I can try recruiting some crew from the market, though. Their old captain is being treated. They find themselves stuck here indefinitely. Your new crew shuffle aboard and pick their bunks, leaving their old captain in the caring hands of Magdalene's finest. It is technically desertion, but a kind few will object to. Gained 1 crew for free. Oh, I'll take a port report. And I don't think anything much is new here. Yeah, I've read all this before. A mother wanders past with a young boy. He would only ever listen to his old arithmetic tutor. His death has been rather expensive. I don't think there's anything to talk to the host about either. This is all the same. Yeah, this is what he said last time. Alright, I think we're done here for now. We don't need to treat nightmares or treat terror, so... I've got plenty of stuff, so I don't need to buy anything else. Let's just bounce. Oh, you want to see my map? Okay. Here's what I've got so far. New Winchester in the middle, of course. I've got the circus over here. Port Avon over here. This is Trader's Wood. There's a horror here. There's Lustrum all the way up at the north. Leadbeater and Stainrod's Nature Reserve down here. Magdalene's and Port Prosper. And there's the Shrine of the Unknown Rat. A couple of signal boxes I've found. And of course, you see there's a lot of black area that I haven't yet explored. And I haven't been to any of the other maps yet. Hey, Chimerical Jim, welcome back. I'm good, how are you doing? It's nothing like your map, really? That's cool. Space debris. Oh, it's one of these guys. Got it. Search for survivors, 38% chance. No. Let's loot the hold. Perhaps the engine was transporting something valuable when the crew succumbed to star madness. Gain random treasures. What could it be? An intriguingly bulging sack. How pleasingly it rattles. Rattle sack. Oh, some coins. Newly minted coins fall with a heavy thud from the upended sack. Bright imperial sovereigns. Her renewed majesty's many faces glare up at you. 27 sovereigns. Hashtag fistful of sovereigns. Decent sack value, yes. The old sack value. The only thing I will ever remember from Total War Warhammer. That's a thing that I need, a piece of equipment that I don't have to avail myself of. This is another homestead, but I don't really need to go to a homestead right now, so I think I'll just leave it alone. Some kind of battle going on. Port Prosper. Oops. Wow, there's 2 London ships fighting against the Tackety Scout. Well, I'm not going to attack these dreadnoughts at this time. I'm just going to leave them to their business. A rumble of fire off refineries, distant searchlights rake the sky. And before dodging into combat. Well, that's kind of how I roll. I'm always dodging the wrong way. Mostly when I'm going down on the screen. Because I forget that the dodge controls are reversed when you're going down. You have to press left to go right and right to go left. I've already got a settler. Right? Yeah. Alright, the first thing I can do here is sell these souls for 150 apiece. A butler receives the bottled souls at the servant's entrance to a grand townhouse. Most appreciated, and please accept a small additional sum as an indication of how highly we value your discretion. Sovereigns and XP. Do I want to buy some cheap bronzewood while I'm here? I've got a good amount of bronzewood sitting in my bank already, so I'm going to say no on that. And what else can I do while I'm here? This is a bunch of nothing. The other company house. I'm not going to deliver port reports to them because they give you crap reward compared to the Tacketies. I will write a port report. And we'll take tea at the Admiral Nelson again. The most famous cafe in all Port Prosper is open today. Last time, what did we do? We engaged in pointed gossip. This time we're going to eavesdrop. With a 100% chance with our high veils. There is much that can be learned here at the heart of polite society, if you're discreet. You make yourself as unobtrusive as possible behind a complicated flower arrangement. A vice-reign, I don't know what that is, and a duchess are engaged in a most unbecoming war of words, as they jab their butter knives into a shared meringue. A young diplomat is apparently thinking of a fresh start for himself in Albion, having quite ruined himself with dissolution in the unknown frontier. A skyfarer long thought dead has returned, to general disappointment. Her stories about life in the Reach are very much not the thing. Welcomed by the Eastenders now. The parsimonious chairman is out on his morning constitutional. Eastenders steer clear of his route. Westenders track him down to make entreaties. Well, I was hoping to get some gossip out of that, but no. We've read this. Alright, there's nothing else new to do here, I think. Do I want to buy anything? I could grab another fuel and another supplies. I need 2 more unseasoned hours for Leadbeater and Stainrod. I've got 3 on me. I don't have any in the bank. So I could buy a couple here real quick. For 80. I think I will. And then what we're gonna do now, I'll go back there before I head home. How bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. Do 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 do. Maybe I will pick up this bronze wood. Yeah, I will. Okay. Because if you're buying it for full price, it's 175 normally. So I really just saved myself 120 sovereigns when it comes down to the next prospect I get to deliver bronzewood. I'll be making 120 more profit functionally by buying this now for that price. It seems generally worth it to buy the bargains and stick them in your bank for later, so that when you get the prospects, you already have the stuff and you bought it more cheaply. As long as you have the spare money, and right now I've got more money than I ever have. And I'm about to make more as I deliver this, and I'm going to make a lot more when I deliver this, so I'll be sitting pretty on some money. Sitting pretty. So, I think I'll explore a little bit of this business down here as I sort of work my way over that way. What is this? Maybe I'll do a little bit of exploring over this way too. What do you guys think? Should I take up Sweet Jane's offer to kill some British ships for pay? I don't have assaying, and I don't know where to get it. That's what that is. It's the assaying thing. No? Yeah, no is kind of what I've been leaning toward myself. Feel like it would have bad consequences. Oh, I found the Grey Witnesses. What have we got there? Is that Cthulhu tentacles coming out of that thing? Ooh, the creatures are fighting each other. Uh-oh. I mean, they're hitting... Okay, there's a lot of enemies here. This is a bad day. It's shooting Sliggin blobs at me. It's got tentacles coming out of it. At least they're hitting each other. They're also hitting me. Okay, this is going badly all of a sudden. I don't know what this Mind Flayer ship is. Oh shit, I'm wrecked. I'm gonna die. And I died. That was a lot of enemies. It's the HMS Intellect Devourer. Alright, well... that's a bad place to go. I'm gonna give it another try, though. See, I'm playing on easy mode, so I get to resume from last autosave. I don't have to restart the entire game. Which... I would not be willing to play this in roguelike mode. Because I already would have had to restart like 5 times. I still kind of want to go over there, though. Maybe another day. We don't need to go that direction right now. I kind of want to explore over this way and go to Leadbeater anyway. Bad idea to make an enemy of the British Empire. Yeah, they already kind of don't like me a little bit. Because I've been giving a lot of port reports to... I got 63 rep with the Tackities, but my rep with the Windward Company is 47, and it starts at 50, so it's gone down by 3. The Windward Company is the representatives of London. 7 crew members lost. Man. So we're gonna come down south here and see what there is to see. I love all these layers underneath you. There's the stars finally way down there. Once pristine habitations bequeathed to the skies. There's some space debris here. I thought I might discover something right there. I gained 4 points of hull. Now our ship has been made hull. Made hull, Joe? Yeah. Oh, holy night. Oh, don't do it. Alright, we're gonna check this. Eleanor Green, there might be a log entry. We've already sang that song twice. Not singing it again. It says ship shape as Van Helsing. Van Helsing, Knox. Van Helsing. We'll stop by the signal box and see if there's a log we can read yet. Thanks to its coat of vines, this overgrown signal box of the Isambard line is pretty cool, I guess. Let's read the ledger. The handwriting is poor, but legible. Captain O'Connor withdrew supplies. Their handwriting is weak. There is a column for miscellaneous notes. The captain writes of a vast object that drew a burning arc across their path. It seared a line into their vision and the navigator's heart. She insisted on trying to follow it for days. Got a vision of the heavens. We've got quite a few of those. We're not going to raid the cache. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Sovereign coins, y'all. I don't think that's how it goes. That's how it goes today. I think that's a homestead right up there. I have to go to that spot because of that little bit of the coastline that's not really. It retains its structural integrity, if not its dignity. Maybe I will go to this homestead. Is that? No, it's slightly different from the one I crashed into. I'm not going to share gossip, so I'll just eat my fill. Alright, we've read about the custard tarts and the grim gruel before. Okay, that's better. Still didn't discover anything there. Never have to explain your need to do all the things to me, Josiah. Yeah. It's true, Saito. Alright, we'll head straight south. We'll go along this other coastline here. A beautiful and natural thing. Damn it. Beautiful and natural, Nox. Going on over here? Look at these big plants. Oh, bees! Bees! Oh my god, that's a lot of bees. Don't dodge into the bees, Joe! I'm overheated. I'm overheated. Oh, these bees are fucking me up. A chorister corpse. The swarm is a ruin of twitching legs and broken wings. One of the bees, the sigil on its back occluded with ichor, begins its final, tremulous song. Stinger for your settler? She doesn't want it. Yeah, she doesn't want it. I do need a pristine pair of wings for the researcher. Shave the bee to fix the magician's equipment. Listen to its death hymn. Alright, let's shave the bee. That's like flip the temple. You know, you don't hear that phrase, shave the bee, a lot in games. This is what the carpenter needs to fix the magician's equipment. It would only be fair to draw lots to see whose razor gets used. A close shave. Fortunately, you didn't draw the short stick. Nevertheless, you're still the one who has to shave the damn thing. The hairs are stiff, sharp, chitin. The razor doesn't cut through easily, but it does so mercifully cleanly once you get the hang of it. The hairs pile like needles around you and are swept up for delivery back to the carpenter in Port Avon. Oh no, I'm stuck in a bad way. I'm in a bad way. Alright, this time we'll collect a pristine pair of wings. In other words, you gave that bee a buzz cut. Oh, Nox! The phlegmatic researcher and the Leadbeater and Stainrod Nature Reserve requested them for study. A successful retrieval. A crewman is sent out to sift through their corpses. Sometime later, he returns with the single pair of wings your assault did not perforate or shatter. Now, there was one more body down here, and I don't know where it was. One more BD. BD, Joe? Maybe it's gone, because I killed another one down here. Also, there's one more up here to kill. Hopefully I don't get killed at this point. A buzz cut was a pretty good one, I gotta say. Alright, bees. Well, my hull is almost destroyed, so I'm feeling strong. This time we will listen to its death hymn. They say it contains secrets, if you can bear to listen all the way to the end. 150 XP, nice. Lessons. The sound is memorable, but not notably distressing until that high C, which makes your teeth itch. Afterwards, are you wiser? Are you stronger? You are not less so. The bees died. You lived. Except for the fact that we're now very nearly dead. I should not go exploring this way right now, because I'm gonna die, and I'm gonna have to reload, and it's gonna suck. I want to know where that other bee body is, though. But I guess it's gone. There's a lot of hive-looking stuff down here. They despawned. They bee-spawned. How am I doing on that one quest for the researcher? Dun 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 dun. I need hybris pus. I've got the ants and the wings. I need hybris pus. We found Nolar's knot. I gotta be careful not to even crash into anything. Because if I do, I could destroy my ship. Oh shit. No, I can't. I'm gonna die if I go this way. I'm gonna die if I go this way. I'm gonna have to come back and explore this later, because if I try to go up there with multiple bees... Uh-oh. Oh no! This is also death. It's a marauder. Alright. Well, we might be able to kill him if I'm very careful. Or we can just sneak by. Oh shit. More bees?! I'm fucked. I'm fucked! It's a Star Madden. I'm gonna die, 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 die. I died. Damn it. All that bee fighting. Wasted. All of that bee atoll. Ship firepower rating 1B. Alright, let's go back. Try again. Probably a beezy body. Oh, Nox. Alright. Beatle. Yeah. kind of don't want to go down into that heavy B area until, I don't know, until I have a tougher ship or a better weapons or just generally don't suck as much. Giving Josiah a stare you normally reserve for Nox. That's funny. All those respawning bees were really ball buzzers. Man, I was distracted reading that and I'll have to comb the skies for your body. I get it, like honeycomb. Got punted into the side of the cliff. Punted into the side of the cliff. We got some crockery. My nose is bleeding, please stop, says Sido. What is this over here? Is it a... I think it's a thing that I need a thing to explore that I don't have. What's pristine yeah, I need a saying. Pristine habitations bequeathed to the skies. Yeah, I know. I gotta go back to the signal box and clear that little corner again. I'm doing it. Well, at least now I know where to find the bees. When I'm ready to get the bee thing, I know that the bees are down here. This is like... That's where they belong. Uh-oh. It's an infested Cthulhu ship. Ow. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. I can't dodge. I'm overheated. Man, this thing is tough. I've hit it a bunch of times with the big cannon. The rock gun. And it's still... Ah, narrow miss. Oh, I got him! That's my first time killing one of those weird infested ships. The guests evicted. Their stolen home bursts open under your gunfire. Thousands of wriggling guests, is that what those things are called? Spill into the night, glistening like the ooze from a blister after it was lanced. Your blasts have ripped open one of the crew quarters. The revealed insides has pustules of nascent guests hanging from the walls. Man, guests, that's a rather euphemistic term for those things. I can continue my bombardment and lose terror. I can salvage scrap to repair my hull. That's probably a good idea. Search for valuables, 19%. Trap and collect the guests, 21%. Let's repair my own hull. After you've thoroughly scoured it of any clinging guests, of course. Patching her up. Soon the sound of hammering resounds through the hull as engineers apply steel bandages to her scars. Just hive the work off onto another captain. I will hit up this homestead. Oh, this is an abandoned one. You sit down beside a cold, silent homestead. The windows are boarded, the door locked, but the foliage in the garden hasn't grown wild. It was abandoned in a hurry, and recently. 24% chance. I'm gonna take it, because I don't think anything bad happens here. Success. 79 sovereigns, very nice. Hidden treasure. The house has already been plundered, but the plunderers missed the patch of turned earth beside the back door. The settlers buried their valuables here, presumably intending to return. It's the B library, which is more commonly called the Archives. Onox. Alright, we've read this again. Remember Jones, the guy fucking up their ship? Fucking Jones. The peacock wind delivers its bounty. Your supplies burst into new, sickly sweet growth, but some of them also wail as they go into the pot. Oh shit, I'm gaining a bunch of terror in this wind. Get away! It's a very terrifying wind. Not the peacock wind. I want to see your peacock cock, your peacock cock wind. The Rat Brigade is in hiding.
Sorry, Cap!
Squeaks Cinders from a crate.
Reserves full of predators!
Oh, the Rat Brigade is scared of this place. I wonder if I can reduce some terror here. We can join another hunt. Actually, let's start by going here and selling them these barrels of unseasoned hours for a hefty profit. And we've read about the serpentine plant in the clay pot before. No bargains available. I have a lot of money now, though. Let's go ahead and join a hunting party with the opportunistic ranger. Actually, let's not, because it's 14%, but we will explore the reserve and reduce some terror. Alright, we've read that before. Port report. What port reports do I have now? I have Magdalene's, Prosper, and Leadbeater. That's good. That's 300 more sovereigns in my pocket. We don't have to do anything with the researcher right now. And the ornithologist is not available to walk with us right now. We could visit him, but it's just the same questions as normal that we've already asked. Alright, I think it's time to return to New Winch. And I better buy one more fuel, one more supply. We'll clear this little bit of black right here, and we'll stop by the Unknown Rat Memorial. Hunt a couple of bees. Well, now that I've saved, because leaving this port I've saved, I guess I could go hunt a couple of bees. Your engine is filled with a sudden groaning. Your larders bulge with new growths. Let's go on a bee hunt. I hope the pitcher's ready to grab this because I'm gonna bunt. Bee hunt, bunt, no. BA ball jokes. Star Madden. We can kill a Star Madden. Well, what are you gonna do, pal? Yeah. How do you think about that? What do you think about that? This guy's pissing me off. Quit turtling behind the space rock. Don't ram the pillar. He died from crashing into the thing! Uh-oh, here comes some bees. Let's gain Hull, because we're about to fight some bees. I mean, it'd be nice to find a story, but I'd rather gain Hull and be ready for bees. Explorer is beyond repair, as are its crew, but perhaps something might be salvageable. A messy business. You exhort your crew to get over their damn superstitions and start stripping the Explorer. They begin dutifully and gingerly, but soon begin to treat the Explorer as the icon of all that they fear. Star madness. The thunder of guns, a wild death in the empty sky. They rip out plating and spare parts with frenzied glee. Got some Hull. Plan B, Jim? Plan B. Alright, let's kill some bees. Direct hit. Got him. Didn't even take any damage. Alright. Let's shave the bee. Hashtag shave the bee again. Come on, it's a choo-choo train. We got more bees down here. That pissed him off. Uh-oh. That's another bee down. Let's get the wings. And we got another one. This is going much better than our last Beatles. Death Hymn. 150 XP. Jeticus Hives. Well, I see some hivacious looking stuff going on. The repentant devil is listening to the bees. They sing of a well and the unpleasant fate of the one who gave them voices. I can collect honey? Oh! I can collect honey. Death him. This is a lot of bees, though. This is good XP, though. Getting a death hymn from each one for 150 a pop. I'm about to level up. I just want to see what this something to crave thing is down here. Oh, that's probably the bee. That chorister nectar is worth a lot of money. For tea drinkers, it's a sweetener. For poets, an inebriate. For singers, it's an enhancement, widening the vocal range by a valuable semitone or two. God, there's a lot of them. Well, now I know where to get the honey. Chorister nectar. Alright, we get it, repentant devil. You've said that a bunch of times. Death him. I'm about to level up. I'm also about to run out of food, though. So, it's time to get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they respawn. Everything seems to. Yay, we're gonna level up. That was worth it. Now if we can just get back to port before we run out of food. Which we will, I think. Level up! Alright, I have a lot of choices. Okay, these were all here before. These were all here before. Alright, there's no new ones this time, but there's still a lot to choose from. I think I'm gonna take prison this time. I've been wanting that one for a while. And I served my time quietly. Yeah, I'm sure if I come back here in like a month or something, the hives will be respawned. I mean, when I say I'm sure, I'm not actually sure, but that's what I believe to be the case. Based on everything I've seen in the game so far. Oh shit. I ain't got time for this. I really do not have time for this. Look at my food supplies. I'm leaving. There's always time for space debris. That could be supplies. It's instead crockery. Yeah, I'm gonna make it without anybody starving. I may have lost like 4 crew to starvation earlier. Hey, I wonder if I can turn in some of the research things to him. I don't have everything he wanted, but... You are fulfilling the phlegmatic researcher's request. Hand in the wings of a chorister bee. They're in pristine condition. Oh, 300 sovereigns for that. You are thanked for your efforts and asked to wait while the company sorts out your rewards. It might be a couple of days. Later, the phlegmatic researcher calls upon you. He hands you the envelope of sovereigns.
"Hideous creatures, choristers,"
he says, fidgeting in his chair.
"But I cannot accept that it is only by chance their wings are so exquisitely articulated that they generate song."
100 XP, 300 sovereigns. Let's give him the ants that we got. After all the trouble they caused with your supplies, the researcher better be pleased. You were thanked for your efforts and asked to wait while the company sorts out your rewards. It might be a couple of days. The phlegmatic researcher invites you over for tea.
"Marvelous creatures,"
he says, passing you an envelope of sovereigns from the company.
"As far as I can discern, they only seem to mind when a human is about to die. I wonder what it is about us."
300 more. Now, I don't have this hybris pus because I haven't found hybris yet. Disappeared into his laboratory. Yay, the ornithologist will take me into the reserve again. Hope that reduces terror. It does not, it just gets me some sky stories. We've read this before. I don't have any way to reduce terror here now, sadly. I'll buy some cheap seeds. I'll buy some fuel and some supplies. Alright, we're leaving now. We're going home. We're going back to New Winchester. No more fucking around in B-Town. Because I need to get my terror reduced. Oh, we will stop by the Rat Memorial, though, because that reduces terror some. That's a lot of space wind. And the space wind increases terror. Great. Growing unease, patience erodes, tempers fray. Yeah, I know this is going badly. Well, this is not a good way to go. Call it solar wind, but the game is called Sunless Skies. Although there is a sun, they said. A giant mechanical sun. They just called it that so it sounds like the first game. Uh-oh. Something's happening. Tensions are high, and the crew are making mistakes. The preternaturally fertile seeds of the Reach must be stored with the utmost care. A flicker of light, a lap of moisture, and they burst into violent growth. Like the sack in your hold from which questing vines have groped, nodding around your cargo. I can, increase supplies, but I can lose seeds. Try to salvage the seeds. Bad chance. Or just throw away the sacks. Your crew would prefer this. Alright, I'll just throw them away. That might reduce terror. It did reduce terror. A thorough job. That's okay, I just bought those seeds really cheap anyway, so it's fine. You gather any sack whose seeds show the slightest hint of green or any quiver of life, and spill them into the sky. Your crew are glad to see them go. One tells a story of a captain who acted too slowly, whose locomotive was choked with ferns. That would suck. Alright, I'm out of the bad wind. The bad wind. The bad wind. I'm out of the bad wind. We've discovered Macklin's Thrift. Bad wind. Bad wind. We discovered a bad wind. We're back over 50%, aren't we? Yeah, that's when bad things start happening. An infernal wind? An infernal end? Onox. Let's go to the memorial. See what... Uh-oh. Bad things are happening. Discontent. A junior signaler receives a dose of medicinal port in the infirmary after seeing a frozen corpse spin past a window. The experience has shaken him. "The dead are hungry," he says. "We need to make an offering, or it'll come back and knocking at the hull." Jettison some supplies? What? Ooh, lower terror by 50, but increase your nightmares. I've never had nightmares before. Go back for the corpse and loot it, but I don't have enough fuel. Oof. Increase my nightmares doesn't sound like a good idea. Reprimand him, stuff and nonsense. Alright, fuck it. I'll jettison some supplies. It didn't take long for Skyfarers to shed their ridiculous old nautical superstitions and replace them with ridiculous new ones. Still, better keep the crew happy. Lost some terror, lost some supplies. The rations spin away into the stellar mists. You will mourn the biscuits. Some of them had chocolate on. The unknown rat with his little goggles. There we go. Terror's down to 38. So now I go back to New Winch. Rest in peace, chocolate bickies. I don't know what bickies are. Oh shit, oh shit. Trying to take my hand off the keyboard to take a drink. Is this a homestead? Looks like a homestead. The Rat Brigade's noses twitch with greed. Is the homestead an easy target for food? Oh, it's abandoned. I was hoping it wouldn't be, so I could... Biscuits. UK slang? Ah. Well, we'll search it. But I failed. And gained terror. Fuck my life. A fetid clue. The homestead has already been pillaged. However, an odious smell leads you to a loose floorboard where someone has concealed a bundle of blood-caked valuables. The rings are still attached to severed fingers, and the earrings to ears. Hence, presumably, the smell. Alright, can I pour myself a drink? The Rat Brigade scour the train for unspent fuel. They find nothing of use. Uh-oh, we're about to run out of fuel. Pouring myself a drink as my locomotive speeds through space. New Winchester can be heard on the wind, familiar as a disagreeable uncle. Okay, I'm almost there. Pouring myself a drink, pouring myself a drink. Living that Diet Shasta life. I got a bunch of bottles of Cola O today. Yes, Cola O. Taste of smog, the sound of iron on iron. We are home. Alright, there was a big terror reduction. Let's check out the Bazaar. Ooh, we've got some new prospects available. We have 3 prospect slots open, so more explosives for Lustrum? Oh my god. I've already got 9 to take to Lustrum, and now they want 5 more? Alright, I'll take it. And hours for the circus ringmaster. Barrels of hours for the circus. Okay, I'll take it. Forest or nectar. Bronzewood. Seeds. Do I have a thing? What about the clock tower? I need bronzewood and chorister nectar, so I could go down there to Port Prosper and do that clock tower thing now, since I have chorister nectar and bronzewood. Cola O. Well, it's the new Cola O, Saito. Which is actually much better than the old Cola O. I mean, it's still not as good as Coke Zero, but it's not like drinking Cthulhu's semen, like the old Cola O. Wow. That sounds really gross. Let's repair the hull. To the tune of 33 sovereigns. We don't need crew. Let's explore the city. No, there's nothing new to do here. It's only Cthulhu piss now, not Cthulhu semen, yeah. Well, I think it's time to go back to Lustrum. I've actually got enough money now that I could buy the Pelennor class trader or the Bedivere class escort. But I'm not going to, because I don't really like these ships that much. This one makes me lose crew capacity and gain a little bit of fuel efficiency, a little bit of hold space, an extra auxiliary slot, and some hull. This one gives me an extra armor slot and a bunch of hull, and a decent amount of fuel supply, fuel efficiency, and I don't lose anything, but I would lose all my money. So it's not worth it right now. It's not worth it right now. I want to wait and see what ships are available at London before I consider buying any of these. what I do need to do is buy some fuel and some supplies. And let's go into the bank. Let's grab all of these munitions. Completely fills up my hold, and it's time to go to Lustrum. Too much munitions in the hold. Damn bold, too much booty in the hold. You could buy a mining array. Well, the problem is, Saito, I don't have anywhere to put it on my boat. All my slots are filled with other things. I'd need to get a train that has more gear slots to put a mining array on. Or I'd have to replace one of these things, but I don't want to replace any of these things. Let's see, what does the mining array take? I think it takes the auxiliary slot. The mining array takes the auxiliary slot, which means I'd have to replace my additional cargo bay. I'd lose 5 hold, which doesn't seem worth it right now. But if I end up buying a train with an extra auxiliary slot, like this Pelennor class trader, then I could have a mining array and extra cargo space. Or this Moloch class has extra bridge slots and extra auxiliary and a heavy weapon slot and a ton of just general awesomeness, but look how expensive it is. Alright, dare I go right through the scary zone here? Or am I going to go all the way around? Guess I'll go straight through the scary zone. Fuck it. Oh, I can turn in my port reports here real quick. $300 more sovereigns. And the Tackities are up to 69. I'm up to 3,700 monies. Oh my god, and I'm gonna make so much from these munitions too. I'm gonna be up to like 5,000. Maybe over 5,000. If you go around, you could do some exploration. I don't really like exploring when my hold is full though, because then I could find loot and not be able to take it. Right now I'm carrying all these munitions. I kind of want to offload them as quickly as possible. Snow whips your locomotive. Your stokers work double shifts at the boiler. This close to the mother of mountains, the sky grows cold. Your crew don coats and gloves. Abandoned homestead. 32%. Failure. Oh, but I got some crockery. Oh, but see, now I'm gonna have to drop something. And I gained a bunch of terror. That's not good. The house is empty, except for a stinking corpse laid out on the kitchen table. A tablecloth, rapidly discoloring, has been laid over it for modesty. Boxes under the table contain old crockery, which must have been imported through the avid horizon in the first days of the Empire's expansion. I'll get rid of some fuel, because fuel is cheaper than supplies. I was hoping to get terror reduction there. Instead, I got terror addition. And now we're about to go through the scary zone, too. I'm not going to stop to fight these scribe spinsters, though. There's not enough of an upside. What is this? Oh, it's some ruins that I probably need a saying for. Oh no, it's a wrecked ship. Yuli's monkey. Oh good, and we got... Oh, I'm gonna mourn the dead though, because then I get terror reduction. Alright, we're gonna do that. Julie's monkey. Alright, we're in the scary zone. Sigils crawl on these ancient ruins like marching ants. Scary, scary ruins. I just need to... Okay, thank you. Scary ruins! Okay, that wasn't so bad. Terror's at 39. I don't know if there's any way to reduce terror in Lustrum, though. More mining available. The crew sees the snow on Lustrum, then stares at the Rat Brigade. The smiles hide thoughts of earmuffs. No, you can't turn my engineers into earmuffs. Alright, first things first is we're about to make a bunch of money. Munitions times 9, 1,200 bucks. And an unlicensed chart. And some hours. Please, the head of the Mining Association throws in a barrel of freshly dug hours and a chart from her days in Attackety Scouting Militia. And now they want 5 more munitions. Oh, and I can get Ministry-approved literature. Okay, hold on. What's that chart good for? There are courses through the cosmos, which the Ministry would prefer remain untraveled. Okay. They go into the villainy category. Now I have 10 free cargo spaces. I should buy some of this literature, though. Alright, let's talk about The mountain sings. Does joining the celebration reduce my terror? I forgot. What happened last time I joined the celebration? I should be writing this shit down. I'm gonna try the soup this time. I didn't want to try it last time, but I'm gonna try the soup. He's offering me some free soup, but nobody else wants it. He asks for nothing but the pleasure of a good deed done, so he says. Chapel of Lights, Chapel of Lights. Hopefully this isn't cannibal soup. Oh. Oh no! It is cannibal soup! Served with trembling hands. Perhaps the man is older than he looks, for his hands shake as he moves to serve you. He swears, then apologizes when he spills a clot of tomato on your shoe. The stew is sharp with spice and rich with fat. Chunks of onion bob lazily, jostling the soft flesh that falls apart in your mouth. You've just got to cook it slow, he says, refusing to disclose his butcher. We gain supplies, but the bad news is every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you. I think I just got the cannibal trait. Unaccountably peckish, yeah, that's what the cannibal thing was called in Sunless Sea. You have taken part in crimson feasts. Well, I didn't know. Damn it. Down the path of cannibalism. Port report is good. I'll take that. Hangman Pub. Round of drinks doesn't get me any. Forgot what the figure in the corner is all about. Oh yeah, hours for artifact, hours for money. Talk to Mr. Penny's. We've already talked to him a bunch. The tea shop. Speak to Melusine. I can enjoy a lovely cup of tea. That gets me some terror reduction. I've already tried all three kinds, so I'll go back to Indulgence Blend. And reduce my terror. Yeah, the soup is not good. The Windward Company. Climb the mountain. 8% chance. No, I'm not feeling that a whole lot. Sweet Jane wants me to destroy British ships, but I don't want to do that right now. Alright, let's collect my haul. Your crew have not found anything. This is the same thing. The foreigner comes to greet you. Nothing much to report, Captain. Ready to start loading up the barrels when you are. Barrels of ours. The barrels of ours are carefully loaded onto a cart to be transferred to the train. Each is encased with beeswax, or the closest available substitute, to prevent any leakage. A stamp on the top marks them as officially approved by the Ministry, as long as nobody looks too closely at the finer detail. Anything can happen on the Mother of Mountains. 50 XP and 2 free barrels. That's good. I'm not going to retrieve... Oh no, my claim is run dry! Oh, I can't retrieve my crew. I only have 1 free crew space. I got like 7 or 8 or 9 crew sitting here. Your foreman has bad news. Your claim is run dry. It's time to call it a day. Oh! I got 9 barrels! Holy shit! That's not good. Now I have to throw some shit away. Well, I can actually sell some stuff since I'm in port. The crew gathers together your final haul of hours and awaits further instructions. Their frost-bitten fingers twitch for the warmth of the train. If you do not have space for everyone, you can collect them later from the Hanged Man in Lustrum. Every day it becomes harder to tell them apart from the regular miners, but they'll be glad when their work is over, and it's back to the warmth of the train. Alright, well, I can retrieve 1 crew member. You, over here. You're needed on the train. A crew member rejoins you. His bunk is just as he left it, messy. But I still have a ton of crew members sitting here. What is this? Join a plot against the Windward Company? That wasn't an option before. I ate some mysterious soup that a man offered me. And it turned out it was cannibal soup. Have the others over for a dinner party. Nice, Jim. The Windward Company's factory poisons the air. Worse, their miners take all the best claims. At the back of the Hanged Man, schemes are in motion. The prospectors still see you as a newcomer, but you've proven your mining chops. Their numbers are too few to reject you. They let you into their war room at the back of the Hanged Man. Something, they say, must be done. When asked what, they frown. Something big, they declare. It appears that is as far as their resentment has got them. So I can suggest aggressive action. It's time for action and a very large explosion. You can even build the device he'll need. Or I can suggest diplomatic action. Windward is just another company, and companies are made up of people. They must listen to reason. We're going diplomatic. The plotters consider this. It is worth a try. You spend the evening writing down a polite but firm list of grievances, which is entrusted into the care of a young prospector's apprentice. An hour later, he is chased back to Lustrum by two very large, angry dogs. From this, you deduce the answer is no. Well, we could try aggressive action. Damn it! Stop giving me stuff! My hull is stupidly full! The back room of the pub is silent while you work. It isn't long before you've assembled the bomb. All that remains is to slip it into one of the barrels heading for the Windward Factory's mighty furnace. When it comes, the explosion is glorious, a slow-motion flowering of flame that lasts much of a day. Nobody is hurt. Even the closest have plenty of time to evacuate. The damage to the inside of the factory, however, is nigh incalculable. This facility will not be processing any more hours for the foreseeable future. And stovepipe fortune goes down, tackety fortune goes up. Well, I could trade some of these, actually. I could offload some of these with the figure in the corner. How much do I get if I exchange with their money? So if I sell these hours back in New Winchester, I get 80 apiece for them. Let's see how much I get if I exchange for money with Mr. Pennies. A pitiful exchange for only the most piteous. Desperate as it is, the cloaked figure appears surprised that one such as yourself would make such a trade. Oh my god! I just got jacked! 5 sovereigns? A very poor trade is made. You provide a small sample of hours for sale. A few seconds at most. Pennies claws for it with a blackened, leathery appendage. Mr. Pennies shakes as it sniffs at the little cigar box and the sprinkling of calcified thyme within.
Yes,
it whines.
will do, will suffice.
Wow, I just got screwed. But I could get otherworldly artifacts for them, which are pretty useful. Mr. Pennies pushes a selection of trinkets across his table. A dried chorister bee's wing. A watchful curio. Nothing special. These little offerings have some promise, though. A trade is made. You provide a fragment of hours for sale. A few seconds at most. Pennies snatches them up with the blackened and leathery appendage that reaches out of its shroud. Mr. Pennies shakes as it sniffs at the little cigar box and the sprinkling of calcified thyme within.
Yes,
it whines.
will do, will suffice.
The nice thing about those artifacts is they don't take hold space. But I can only exchange for one artifact. Mr. Pennies. Damn it, Jones. Hangman's Pub. Can't retrieve my crew. Can't exchange for artifacts. I've already been to the tea shop. Can't get no more tea right now. Windward Company is basically closed. Climbing the mountains a no go. Claim fields. Your claim is silent. Nothing remains of your small mining operation. The mountain giveth. More prospectors keep flooding into town. Every day, new claims are snapped up. Most will leave with nothing but regret. You may not have made great riches out of this place, but at least you leave to new opportunities and new adventure. Not all are so lucky. Alright. Well, I certainly can't buy this approved literature now because I have no room for it. I'm gonna have to sell some stuff as it is. And I can't even sell these things here, which means I have to sell supplies. Alright, I'll sell some supplies. I have 5,000 bucks now. I have to head straight back to New Winchester now, though. Because my hold is completely full and I don't have very much fuel and supplies. Really need a bigger train. Yeah. Alright, I guess we're done here. I can remember that I have a shitload of crew sitting here, though, so if I lose a bunch of crew, I can come back to Lustrum and get a bunch of my crew members that are just hanging out here. Alright. I don't want to go through there. I'm not going to. I'm going to go around. Get Man and Sada to offer the party some stew. Wait, am I going to have enough fuel? I don't know that I will. I think I have to go the direct route. Because I don't have very much fuel. Licking your lips when you said lose a bunch of crew. Bad, Fire Snake. Use a bunch of crew. In a sauce. Glaring sigils. I'm a little concerned about my ability to get back without running out of fuel. Down to the last liter of fuel now. Yeah, I see that. Alright, I think I'm gonna make it. Homestead? Homestead, can I dock? I guess I can't because I've already docked at this homestead too recently. And we're almost out of food as well. We made it back. Well, I have a lot of hours now. I need more munitions. I can take 5 hours to the circus. Okay. Nothing else I need to do here. Take 5 hours to the circus. The Nox tongue emoticon is familiar and safe. What? Nox isn't allowed to use those? Those are not Nox official Nox emotes. I need to get my terror down. I might need to take a trip to Magdalene's for terror reduction. Hybrian wilds are gravid with fungus, but there's no gravity. That night, your sleep is peppered with uncomfortable dreams. A dream of a midnight meadow. Above you, the stars are going out one by one, as if their gas pipes had been turned off. Flowers bloom in the dark, colored in a spectrum of blacks that were heretofore imperceptible. The black of grief, the black of before times, the blacks of liberation and of possibility. A rainbow arches across the newly empty sky in 7 subtle shades. All black, of course. I can seek company. I have a 79% chance. I can trap the dream like a fly in amber. I can try to make sense with mirrors. Let's seek company, and conversation, and tea, and perhaps a biscuit. Those fundamental human things that help us forget numinous moments like this. Familiar things. You find someone in the galley. They couldn't sleep either. You exchange a bleary greeting, a stiff pot of tea, and a conversation about the overflow valves. Already, your dream seems distant and silly. It's good. Terror reduced. Welcome back to the circus. The princess glances at pole mirrors.
I considered running away with them, but some refused to bathe.
Refuse to bathe. Like Midge. Well, we got new arrivals at the circus, but let's check out the bazaar. We're going to supply some hours for them. 775. Got a vision of the heavens. A gentleman must prepare for his retirement, the ringmaster says. I intend mine to be long and indolent. You join him at the fire to drink cups of chorister nectar and watch the stars wheel. Okay. I can buy cheap souls here, which I'll probably do. But let's take a look at our options here. New arrivals at the circus. A fire burns by the obelisk where newcomers mingle. I don't need new crew members, so let's listen to their stories. Who were they before they were called here? Yeah, we've read that before. Terror reduction, though. That's nice. Back to the circus. Write a port report. And go behind the tents. Talk to the ringmaster. Yeah, we've read that before. No, yeah. Go into the big top. We've read that before. We've read all these before. Attend another performance. What wonders await? I didn't get any sky stories or visions of the heavens. I just lost tickets. This is the same thing I've read before. Said the ringmaster might want a word, but I think that's out-of-date information. Yeah, he's still saying the same thing. So there's nothing else I can do here. I will grab these cheap souls. And I guess I'm done here. I still haven't found a place to buy munitions. Alright, I need to be looking into what I'm going to be doing next. I'm going to explore a little bit, I think. Are there any places up here? Hybris is east-northeast. Let's go try to find Hybris. It's east-northeast of New Winchester. North, northeast, east. So it should be somewhere in here. So if I'm going to be doing that, I better stock up a little bit more on... supply. Oh, they don't sell fuel here. Fuck my life. Do they sell fuel at Magdalene's? They do. Well, in that case, I'm gonna go to Magdalene's right now then. Inconceivable fuelless circus. For real though. Michelin's Meadow. The wasn't expecting that is the name of this old wreck. No, I'm not doing this. Because if I fail, something terrible will happen. Oh no, I don't have any options! I literally have to force open the doors to the hold. I can't get out of this storylet. Okay, Frost has locked them, but a pry bar makes an effective key. Failure, yeah, no shit. And I lost a crew, of course. A costly discovery. Your crew attached cables to the wreck to hold it steady as they pry apart the doors. A sudden gust of wind rocks both vessels, and the young man straining at the pry bar slips. He cries out, his hand mangled on a torn edge of metal. He is likely to lose his fingers. The treasure you retrieve from the hold will be little comfort to him. I didn't even... Oh, but I did get some treasure. No one is keen to get close. We got 2 fuel. The lid is gingerly removed. All breathe a sigh of relief when coke is revealed, black and precious, the captain's truest friend. I prefer... Uh-oh. This British ship is attacking me. Motherfucker, no you didn't. No, you didn't. But now that I have some more fuel, I could explore some. Inconceivable fuelless circus. Listen, asshole! Let's get out of the stupid wind. Can we agree to fight each other out of that wind? you mind? There we go. Well, that's the first British ship I've killed, but it was in self-defense. A guest-rattled dreadnought defeated. Oh, that's why it attacked me, because it was full of guests. I didn't know because it didn't have the little sliggin tentacles coming out of it. It had been colonized by the guests, a wormy, lonely species that craves the warmth of inhabited places. But one guest calls others. Soon every inch of the engine was filled with slug-like worms, and the crew were crushed. Suffer not the guests to live, lose terror. Salvage scrap to repair your hull. Search for valuables, but really poor chance of doing it. We'll lose terror. A service to all skyfarers. Your guns thunder, reducing the writhing guests to a spray of pulp. Your crew cheer. The guests are a regular actor in skyfarers' nightmares. A daily check for foot-long eyeless slug things is conducted on most engines. It only takes one for an infestation to begin. Cool. Only takes one. The Peacock Wind. Peacock Wind is very scary. The Isambard line was once meant to pass this way. An old accelerator rail, never used, rusts here. Well, we've got some of those little sliggin fish. Sliggin fish. Uh-oh, unsettled dreams. We're gonna seek company again. For more terror reduction. I'm gonna turn and go back this way now. I'm gonna send out the bat. The bat found something to the south. Reluctantly, your bat confesses to having found something. Whoa, that thing's still alive? Oh, there was more than one of them. I'll disperse the rubble and lose terror again. How is it still alive? Is this the world's toughest Cantankerite? Okay, it's immortal. It is immortal. Alright, we're just leaving. Must be bugged, yeah. It's just a mining thing. I don't have a ton of supplies, so I can't go gallivanting around too much before I go to port. Gallivanting. I'm on to my last thing of supplies. Something about that Cantankerite bugs me. Is this another immortal Cantankereye? No Cantankereye should be able to survive all those shots from the rock cannon. I don't know why that thing is so tough, but... Oh, the loot bubble. So I did kill it. But then its body just is drifting around afterwards. But I don't see a loot bubble anywhere. They're selling cheap chorister nectar. I'll take it. And I will get a port report. You share a bottle of wilderness chilled wine with a troop of attendants, fresh from a circus performance. They expect us to keep up with Polmir and Plenties, one tired amateur acrobat complains. Should we ask our host for an instructor? An exhausted strong woman asks. A gray-faced magician shakes his head. This job, do we need to have experienced everything to be anyone? A waltz can be heard from the upper floors. Someone has requested the recreation of the Sapphire Jubilee. Quiet weeping. Yeah, we got the quiet weeping. Keepsake Market. Oh, I can while away time with other captains. It costs 50, though. It costs 50. Treat my nightmares. I don't have any nightmares. Josiah's world is a magical one where all old men are Deckard Cain. Basically. Alright, I've never done any of these terror treatments here, and I'm finally going to do one. So I can use a Vision of the Heavens. I have 9 of those. I can use an Uncanny Specimen. I have 2. I can use Gossip, or I can use a Savage Secret. Well, let's try a treatment for ennui. The wonders of the heavens no longer still your heart from beating. Will provide a unique encounter and lower your terror. Takes your hand very briefly and holds it so very gently as though it were a rare butterfly that had alighted there by chance. This way, please. You're being treated for the ennui that clouds your spirit. The attendant holds up a candle before 4 doors of mirrored glass. 4 of our staff are available today. Each has their own specialty. Their names are not yours to know, only their craft. He smiles suddenly, his teeth gleaming like links on a chain. You know yourself best. Who can tend your wounded heart? Whoever you need, you can find behind one of these doors. Someone from my past, a very boring individual indeed, someone who once meant a very great deal, or a former crewman who was lost in your service. We'll try someone from my past. Their face lingers in the fog of memory. That was a pretty big terror reduction. Terror fades. Your old companion is reclining on the bed you remember. Were you lovers once? Did you share honey together? Comrades in vice, or muse and artist? Perhaps all at once, perhaps none. Their smile is maddeningly enigmatic, but their intention is not. Okay, that's good. Anything with the amenable host right now? Same as always. Alright, let's buy some supplies. Where am I going now? I think I'm going to explore. Do I have anything that I can turn in anywhere? Oh, if I get my bronze wood and nectar from the bank, I can go help build the clock. Hybris. I need to find Hybris. Need to find Old Tom's Well. Need to go to Carillon. Take an expedition at the Regent's Grave. The researcher has everything he needs for his research. Wait, what? I've already given him everything? If that's the case, I can go back and talk to him about his research now that I've given him everything. Ah, return to the reclusive carpenter in Port Avon. That's another thing I can do. Okay. Well, for now I think we're just going to explore a little bit. So let's go back to the exchange and buy another fuel and another supplies. So we can do some exploring. Do some exploring. But I think I'm going to go ahead and stop for now. That's a couple more hours under our belt here. So if you're watching on YouTube, this episode is now at an end. Thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Sunless Skies.